Hello and welcome to a very special conversation with the President of the Paralympic Committee of India and somebody who won India's first Paralympic medal as a female athlete, Deepa Malik. And our focus today will be to understand what is the Paralympic Committee of India doing to try and educate its athletes more. There are burning issues in the country and there's a lot of work going on as far as the Paralympic Committee of India is concerned. Secondly, Deepa Malik, being a woman herself, to talk more about the issues concerning women's health as far as the Paralympians in India are concerned. Deepaji, a very important subject that I want to address with you, women's health. I mean, stuff that we do not talk about in the public domain. Challenges that a para-athlete faces are far more than maybe an able-bodied woman. You have a voice. You are Deepa Malik, one in a kind of billion in this country. Your thoughts about women's health challenges faced by para-athletes and how much have we done? How much should we do? Should we speak about it more?
Yes, I think women health, as you said, is challenging. We've had a lot of discussion around mental health. We've had now athlete council, and we've made representatives from the girls' side also in every council as mandate also. And we are having a lot of conversation and communication. At least one thing that I can assure my athletes coming from a longer period of my life spent as an athlete, there is an easy communication. They know there is a number they can just call and express their views. And I feel that I can even give them the faith, because if I talk to them about a certain aspect where I explain to them the limitations of the administration due to certain rules by IPC, so they understand. And why I'm talking on the subject is because when we talk about the health of the women athletes, there have been times as per the law, as per the IPC rule, only one attendant is allowed, but sometimes the disability is of a severe nature. The girl can be of a higher weight, a little bigger body to be carried in severe disability and paralysis. She needs a female help when it comes to her daily routine, but maybe during the competition and gym practice, she needs a male help, a stronger pair of hands to support her. So we try to balance, we understand, we try to balance the team in a way that a particular girl, as per the requirement of her health condition, gets the required support. And I'm very fortunate that now we have tremendous understanding of various disabilities, even in the government, with the government officials, whether they're the officials of Sports Authority of India or the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, everybody, including NADA. And this is something very encouraging that recently DG NADA madam held a lot of seminars around on our request that we have to sensitize the officials even when it comes to taking urine samples of female para-athletes in different disabilities, because they don't have one standard way of giving a urine sample. Somebody may need catheterization, somebody may need a bed to lie down and use a pan and assistance. So they are also doing these sensitization programs. So there is a lot of focus on health, issues around health, issues around help around the health, and also the mental health, which is a very, very important aspect of any athlete's health. And sometimes we see it is these health issues, these fear around disability that cause anxiety and turn into mental stress. So we are trying to ease it out in a holistic manner.
So I asked you this question because I remembered when you said ahead of the Commonwealth Games, when you were practicing, there was nobody even there to change your diaper or even understand what your body went through. So from there to here,
yes,
and
and I think
you are Deepa Malik, for God's sake. I mean, you speak English. Come on. I mean, you're understanding where I'm coming from. A person from a village, maybe talented in sport, she will not want to talk to the world about period pain. She will not want to talk to anybody about her bodily challenges. How does one help someone like that? Is India ready for such challenges, Deepa?
Definitely. I think now, I think this is one conversation I'm very proud that I could bring to the table. Very candid at every platform I have spoken about it. And even when the team is going or there are girls in the camp, I try and have a separate conversation with them, either via online communication or a telephonic communication, and ask them about these aspects of their requirement. And there is a very open two-way communication on these matters now. And we are also trying to sensitize the male coaches. And in any case, we try to fit in, not try to, it is actually a compulsory thing now to give an equal balance team officials that are going. So there is always a lady in charge with any team going, so that the women athletes have a person right next to them with whom they can communicate easily.
Fantastic.
If there is, yeah. So these are few mandates that we are sticking by.
Final two questions. You mentioned education. You've talked to me about education. Please tell me what are the. I mean, talk to me a little bit more, because education for an athlete or education for what you said, international athletes, is music to my ears. So talk to me about how important it is and what are the steps you all are taking to make, and not simply education by the book, but education in a holistic sense. In terms of grooming as well. So talk to me about the education policies you're under.
So there are various ways that we are reaching out to para athletes. First, of course, is sensitization towards play true, play fair. All the we have dedicated now as appointment, we have dedicated NADA officials. Anti-doping educational officers, which are nominated by the Paralympic Committee on the board. Their their contact details are there on the website. So, and time and again, if any athlete has any query, can easily access them, talk in private with them, have their doubts clarified, or even while they are undergoing any treatment, they can feel free to just call this helpline number and ask if these medications are okay or not. So it's very important to educate them around the nutrition, the diet, the supplements. So we continuously remind them with the help of NADA also, and individually also as a federation. And then we try to simplify it. For example, whatever were the NADA rulings, or whatever are the schemes, or whatever are the do's and don'ts come, I insist that it is also sent across in Hindi.
Very good.
So that it is easily first-hand understood by the athlete, because I think in Hindi, most of them understand. And then where there is extreme language barrier, we are encouraging the state federations to translate them into local language. But sometimes translations can get a little tricky. So we have a verbal communication, reading them out in Hindi. So this is one part. Second, there is a course called Proud Paralympian. We want more and more athletes to enroll for that, so that they understand their rights, not just nationally, but internationally also. So recently, when we had our educational program, one part of it was Proud Paralympian. So we had representatives from India along with other 11 countries attending that, so that the athlete council also becomes evolved about how much voice they have to influence policies, to influence decisions, because at the end of the day, the entire work is being done for the athletes. So the federation stands only for them, their progress, their participation, their growth, their well-being, and them to bring medals for the country. Other aspect, very important aspect of education is not just about athlete or NADA rules or other things, but it is very important to have an ecosystem where even technical staff understands how para sports are played, how they are judged, how a competition has to be conducted. Because now the number of athletes are growing by leaps and bounds. So number of participation has grown. It is almost doubled in last 3-4 years. So we need that much technical support also to conduct a competition. But the technical officials have to understand for what category, what equipment is required, what weight category is required. Will this person be throwing a 3 kg shot put or a 6 kg shot put or a 4 kg shot put? Will this amputee will be allowed to sit on a chair and throw? So even the technical officials need to learn, coaches need to learn how to give exercise sessions or coaching sessions to persons with disability. We also have to have medical classifiers to be able to identify the right medical classes for the athletes to play in, so that they can be given the right guidance. So we are very happy that now we have been able to conduct these, and we are seeing a lot of interest from a lot of regular coaches who want to come and learn more and more about. Yes, and then when we are saying we are creating the ecosystem through education, we definitely have Army Sports Node coming on board. We have paramilitary forces coming on board, whether it is CISF, whether it is CRPF, whether it is BSF. So they also want their war-wounded soldiers to come and participate. So naturally, even their ecosystem needs to know what are para sports all about. So education around para sports is very, very important.
Fantastic. Last question, Deepaji. I mean, if the country takes its para athletes seriously or its people with disability seriously, and we know 15%, then the country becomes a better country. Are we on track?
Absolutely. When Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji himself calls an athlete, when they win a medal, the entire world is stunned that how can a Prime Minister be calling? And that's the only Prime Minister who called their athletes the moment they won medals in such a global platform. And, taking interest in their training, talking to their families, giving them personal encouragement, and on their return, celebrating it in a huge way. So we are on track, because if Prime Minister himself is taking accountability of para athletes playing in the country, I don't think there can be any better situation for para athletes to flourish.
On that note, more the para athletes flourish, more the country flourishes. Hopefully, people like Deepa Malik stay on in Paralympic administration at least, and takes India forward, because we need more people like you, Deepaji. More power, more of everything to you. More of everything to you, because you're good for sport.
Doing my best and need all the good wishes.
Continue doing your best, because as I said, India benefits. We as a country benefit, as a nation benefit, and that's all we want. We are all for sport, and we know sport is youth, youth is tomorrow. So that's the slogan that all of us believe in. Thank you very much, Deepa Malik, for speaking to me. Thank you.
Thank you.